It's the 58th annual Salmon Festival, hosted by members of the Yurok tribe, who live along the Klamath River near California's northern border. There are traditional games and a chance to eat salmon fresh from the river, cooked in the customary way. But in recent years, there has not always been enough salmon to serve.
We've had some rough years. I remember having discussions with the Yurok Tribal Council, deciding whether we were going to serve barbecue chicken at the Salmon Festival.
For the Yurok people, whose tribal land extends 64 kilometers along the Klamath, salmon is both a primary food source and an integral part of their culture. But the tribe estimates that salmon runs are only 10% of what they once were. Salmon and the river ecosystem have become threatened by a host of problems originating far upriver. Beginning with a dramatic event in 2002.
We just never could have imagined in our worst nightmare what was to come. More and more just start washing up. They're full-grown fish that now have gone belly up.
Tens of thousands of adult salmon died, along with other species, in the worst ever fish die-off in the western United States. Beginning 300 kilometers upriver, a series of dams were affecting the level and quality of the water in the lower Klamath. The 4 privately owned dams generate electricity for the California grid. A U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service study determined that low water levels and warm water temperatures created conditions that accelerated the spread of a deadly parasite.
Then to find out what the real culprit was and what caused it and what could cause it again, then you had a lot of really mad and outraged Indians.
Fearing that the future of their food source and way of life was threatened, the Yurok people joined with Karuk and Hoopa Valley tribal members to call for removal of the dams. At meetings of dam owners and decision makers over the past 20 years, the tribes have carried on a tenacious campaign.
We went everywhere that there was someone who had control of our lives.
Then, faced with millions of dollars of mandatory environmental improvements, the dam's owner, Pacific Corp, agreed to a plan to demolish the 4 dams and drain the reservoirs. Work is expected to begin in early 2023 on what will be the largest dam removal in U.S. history.
I'll feel better when I see an excavator on top of Iron Gate Dam, but we're pretty confident.
Native American communities will play a leading role in restoring the environment once the dams are removed. Matt Dibble for VOA News, Klamath, California.